Alright, what's up YouTube? So we're back here with the Rivals Gaming top 8 deck profiles, the other 7. Shout out to Rivals Gaming for sending these over to me. Appreciate it. So I'm going to cover the rest of the top 8, excluding my deck profile, because I've already done it for you guys. So let's get this rolling. So we're going to start with first place, Brian Velez's Superheavy Samurais. New deck on the block. Let's get these deck profiles going. So 3 Motorbike, 3 Monk Big Ben K, 3 Soul Piercer, a Soul Peacemaker, 3 Wagons, 3 Prodigy, a Soul Gaia Booster, a Stealthy, Scales to round out all the Super Heavy Samurais in the main, and then 2 Fenrir's, Divine Carnate, 3 Gamma and a Driver, 3 Droll, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, a Spell Canceller, a Tunneler, Box, Regulus, and Jizukiru, which round out the 40-card monsters. Side deck, 3 Archery Eccentric, 2 Retaliating Sea, 3 Magnuma and a Druisworm, 3 Comungus, 2 Nib and a Pankratops. And the extra deck is 2 Scarecrow, 1 Ninja Saratobi for time, Stardust Dragon, Excel Stardust, Barone, Warlord Savage, Merrymaker, Excite Knight, Sargus, which goes with the Merrymaker for Zeus, Excite Knight, Baguska, Zeus, and Lynx Ballista, Genius Saruja to go with the Spell Canceller, which rounds out first place. And we'll move on to second place. So this is Peter Brown's second place Kashtira list. Very interesting list, but we'll go through it real quick. So he's maining 3D Shifter and 3 Droll, 3 Gamma and a Driver, 3 Fenrir's, an Ogre, 2 Rise Hearts, 3 Unicorn, a Scareclaw Cash, 3 Kashtira Birth, 3 Theosis, a Call By, 3 Prosperity, 3 Race Off, a Recophobia, a Terraforming and a Set Rotation, 3 Imperm and the Big Bang, 40-card main, side deck, a Pointer, 3 Dark Ruler, Feather Duster, 2 Kurikara, 3 Lightning Storm, 2 Summon Limits, and 3 Tactics. And for the extra deck is 1 Omega, 2 Shang, 3 Rise Heart, 1 Dark Arm Annihilation, a Big Eye, number 89, Infiltrate Goliath, Garua, Skull Knight, 2 Zeus, and then Donner. And that rounds out Peter Brown's second place list. Now we'll move into third place. Once it loads, hopefully. So this is the third place list, which was Tenyi Swordsoul. Very interesting deck, very interesting list, and so we'll get on with it. So 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Ogre, standard hand traps for this format. 2 Incredible Ecclesia. I thought that was interesting. He's only playing 2 instead of 3. 3 Moye, 2 Taya, 3 Longyon. And then for the Tenyis, you have 2 Adhara, 3 Adhara, 2 Adhara, 3 Ashuna, a Shatana, and 3 Vishuddhas, pretty much standards names. Spells is 2 Pot of Desires, 3 Emergence, 2 Tactics, 2 Vessel, and Traps, 3 Rivalry, and 2 Swordsoul Blackout. The Blackout, he explained to me in a DM, he plays 2 Blackouts because if he has to banish one off of Cheat Shout to keep playing, that's what he ends up. He uses 1 for search and then 1 to banish. So, and if he also draws 1, then he can just banish the other and get a token and use it. Side deck, 3 Gamma Steel. Performer Pal 5 Rainbow Magician, another new card that's been playing in the format. To stop Superheavy Samurai, basically a Mystic Mine on them. 3 droplets, or 2 droplets and 3 Dark Rulers. Going very heavy on the negates for Super Heavy. 3 Evenly, 3 Dimensional Barrier. And then extra deck, Draco Berserker, 2 Shishao, 1 Quink, Sing Long Yawn, Chang Ying, 3 Monk, Shaman, 2 Baxia, a Yazi, Barone, Dragite, and then Ruddy Rose Dragon. I thought the Ruddy Rose was kind of interesting. It seemed to work for him though, because he got 3rd place. So we'll move on to 4th place. Find it. So this is Damon Coburn's 4th place list. He also played Super Heavy Samurais. There were 2 in top 4. There was a 3rd one in there in the top 8, but that list is extremely spicy. We'll get to that later because it's the last one on the list. Yeah. So, and if you want to see a more in-depth profile from Damon Coburn, he did a deck profile on his own channel. I'll link in the description. I'll also link the deck profiles on Morbid Nexus channel. It's literally the same list. Just if you want like a different perspective, you can go watch those as they explain their choices. So we'll move on. So Damon Coburn's deck. He played the 1 box, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 2 Veiler, 2 Ogre. I think in his video, he mentioned cutting the Veiler for Mourner. So because Mourner could hit in the draw phase against Pirelli. A Tunneler, a Jizikyu. He also was thinking about cutting out he played 2 Fenders, but I think he said in his deck profile as well he was going to cut these as well. He didn't like them because they conflicted with, I can't remember what it was, they conflicted with something in his deck. It was, oh yeah, so it locks out his Gammas, so when he goes to play this, he can't be trolled. 2 Nibs, Gamma and a Driver. 2 Monk Big Ben K, 3 Motorbike, 3 Prodigy, 1 Scales, 1 Soul Gaia, 1 Peacemaker, 3 Soul Piercer, a Stealthy, 3 Wagon, and the Regulus, 40 cards. Side deck, 3 Eccentric, a Drosworm, and 3 Magnemite, Pankratops, 2 Gameciel, 2 Kurikara, 2 Retaliating Sea, and a Spell Canceller. Extra deck is 1 Excel Synchro Stardust, Barone, Savage, Zeus, Giga X, Champion Sargus, to go with the Merrymaker, Baguska, Axis Code, Ballista, Appaloosa, Unicorn, Genius, and then 2 Scarecrows. So this rounds out David Coburn's list. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the top 8. So this is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Which obviously mine's already up, so you won't see my Drytron list a second time. So we're going to move on to Juan Madera's top 8. He played Spright, just pure Spright. So you got 2 Ash. I'll save that for last, even though you see it. 2 Ash, 3 Joel, 2 Ogre, 2 Fenrir, 2 Angler, 3 Beaver, 3 Gamma, the Driver, 3 Blue, a Carrot, 3 Jet, 2 Red, and then he played Cyberstein. He loves this card, and we'll get to that later. 2 Teleports, 3 Prosperities, Smashers, 3 Starters, 2 Tactics, and then the Double Cross, which is a 40-card main deck. With a side deck, 2 Kurikara. This card was pretty much everybody's side deck all weekend. 2 Bell, a Red Resonator for time, 3 Dark Ruler, 3 Anti-Spell, 3 Evenly, Pointer. And the extra deck, the Materia Exterior to go with the Cyber Sign. 2 Zeus, 2 Gigantics, Mannequin Cat, Mosquito. And for Link 2s, Brute Enforcer, Hida, IP, Phoenix, Avermax, Lambda, Sprint, and Underworld Goddess. Very standard stuff. So that wraps up Wall Madera's top 8. We'll move on to the next one, which is this one right here. This one's very interesting. These last two are very, very interesting decks. So we have Keegan Greiger's top 8 Tear Ishizu deck profile. I'm honestly, personally glad I didn't have to play him in Swiss or Top Cut, because this deck is just a really hard deck for me to play around because of the Ishizu cards. Like, the milling part's great, but the putting stuff back part is what I don't like. So, we'll get into this. I'm glad he did well with this deck, though. This deck's pretty spicy. So, you got one of each of the Ishizu cards. Akito, Kelbeck, Keldo, and Mudora. 3 Ash, his only hand trap. 2 Diviner, 2 Diviner, 1 Fenrir. 3 King of the Swamp. 1 Shaddoll Beast, 1 Shaddoll Squamata. Then for the tiers, 1 Havness, 1 Merly, 1 Sheeran, 3 tier Cash, and then 3 tier Rhino Hearts. Rounds out the monster spells, 2 Moon, 2 Ghoulish Burial Goods, a Poly, 1 Wraiths off to search the Fenrir, 3 Perlerino, 2 Scream, 1 Terraforming, 1 Tactics, 1 Meta Noise, 2 CYAC, and a Trivia Karma. Rounds out the main deck. Side deck is Crime, Heartbeat, 3 Gamma Seal, Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, 3 Gamma, and the Driver, 3 Super Polys. The extra deck, Winda, Rukalos, Kaleido Heart, Barone, Diark. Excuse me, this is okay. This was unorganized. That's my fault. So I'm gonna read you the extra deck. My bad. So it's Winda, Garua, Grapha, Chimera, Muddragon, Dracostapelia, Kaleido Heart, Rukalos, Barone, Zeus, Paguska, Doer, Diark, Sprint, Goddess. And last one, probably the spiciest list out of this whole top cut. I don't know what to call this one. I guess Superheavy Samurai Machina. I don't know. Box, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 2 Ogre, Anchor Drill, Riddle Dozer, Crab Crane, 3 Harvester, 1 Road Roller, 1 Trencher, 1 Tunneler, 1 Citadel Fortress, Rune Force, Unclassed Spare, say that. 2 Neo, 3 Gamma, and the Driver. I don't know why these two keep getting split. Bullet Train, 1 Monk, 3 Motorbike, Prodigy, Scale, Soul Piercer, Soul Peacemaker, and then Regulus. 3 Heavy Forward, Outrigger. 2 Eccentric, 3 Denko, Pankratops, Chizukuru, 3 Kirikara, 3 Dimensional Barrier. I don't understand this. Barone, Savage, Zeus, Gigant, Earth Slicer, River Stormer, Arise Hard, Paguska, the Rail Cannons, Ballista, Goliath, Platinum Gadget, Genius, Scarecrow. I guess you could call this Machina Super Heavy, because this deck's crazy. So again, Shout out to Rebels Gaming for sending me all these. And yeah.